Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It's Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017, and I'm joined here live in studio with Jim Sinicropi, Josh Durso, Jessamy Uticone. Good to see you guys. Have you been enjoying the beautiful weather?
It's unbelievable.
I love it.
Yep.
It's
great.
Crazy. Spring is here. I feel like spring is here.
Yeah, I think that's
Can it
it for
stay?
winter. I think
Spring
I'm
sprung.
going to get out the lawn furniture.
Yes. Oh, no.
Tune
It's
up
been
the
done.
lawnmower. Tune up the
I-
lawnmower.
Yeah.
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 Dust off the golf clubs. What else you do in the spring?
Open the windows and air out the house.
Start-
Air out
Yes.
the house.
Don't you start planting things? Like doing the whole
Plant-
like
Little
Planting?
bit, yep.
planting?
Little
yeah,
landscape.
like people who garden and all that jazz.
Yeah. Jazz.
Maybe listen to some jazz while you're gardening.
Sure.
Yeah.
Never know.
But yeah, I've aired out the house. I aired out the house the past couple days.
You did?
Opened
Me
up a
too.
bunch of windows, even though it's like still cold, but
Me
it
too.
feels
Warm
good.
enough, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
To get that fresh air moving through, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Plus, our house is got a puppy, you know, so it
Yeah.
really needs some airing out.
I know, little Georgie.
He doesn't. He's mostly potty trained now, but
Mostly it's not enough.
yeah, it's not enough. You want your house completely clear of fecal matter and dog urine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we still get accidents once in a while from our little guy, and he's over one now, so.
Well, the weird thing too is that my dog, he was born in like November,
Mm-hmm.
and so he doesn't even know what like summer or spring is. You
isn't that
know,
crazy?
Wow, he has yet to experience it.
Yeah.
right? He just thinks we live in like the ice planet of Hoth or something.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
That's how ours was, 'cause he's
Wow.
October pup,
Yeah.
so
Never
yeah.
thought about
I
that.
took him to the golf course on this past weekend when it was warm, and yeah, he loved it. He was like, "This is
Aw.
great." You know, walked around, ran around with
Your
our other
Snapchat's
dog.
cute.
Yeah,
the
I
little
saw that.
ones
I saw
running.
that.
Yeah, they're so cute together. Looks like they've made friends.
Yeah, they're.
You were concerned there for a while. You were very concerned.
Yeah, I still feel bad for my old dog,
Aw.
Tucker, 13 years old, because he just doesn't have the energy for him, and
Right.
the way that the young dog George, you know, wants to play is he just gets right in front of his face and barks at his face and like nips at
Oh,
his
no.
legs and his ears, and he's just relentless. Tucker will move and he'll get in front of him because he's also in his youth quicker.
Yeah.
than
Right.
Poor old Tucker. So,
Oh, poor old Tucker.
but maybe spring will rejuvenate old
Yes.
Tucker Burns.
Yes,
You
there
know,
you go.
let's hope so.
A little
Why
fresh
not?
air.
But yeah, it's amazing that it's February right now. But it is about this time of year with sectional basketball starting and you know, closing in on March that it starts to turn. It starts to
Yep.
turn. But
Yep.
I've also remembered where it snowed on Mother's Day around here.
I know.
It's true.
I know. That's depressing. Let's hope that's not.
That's really
the case
depressing.
This year. I would like a nice springy summer day. Today's beautiful. Saturday was beautiful. We were out at the lake with the kids. I was riding their little motor scooters like a child, and it was a blast. So I'm hoping it stays longer. What does the weather look like for this weekend?
Well, we got to take what we can get, right? We can all
Yeah.
hope, but we don't have much
know.
control over that kind of stuff. But this weekend is a mixed bag. It's some rain in the forecast, but still warm until Sunday. It starts to cool down again, but not really. Doesn't turn into a total winter again. So Friday, you're looking at good chance of rain with a high of 62. But rain
That
in the
sounds nice.
afternoon after 1 o'clock. They're calling for 50% chance of rain, maybe thunderstorms, rain up to a quarter inch, maybe higher if you get hit with a thunderstorm.
February thunderstorm.
And then what I found interesting was Friday night they're calling for a low of 50, like an overnight
Wow.
low in February of 50.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So I'm going
I
to
like
pitch
the
a
sound of
tent, sleep out there. Saturday, more rain. Actually, there's a real good chance of rain that rolls in on Friday. But high of 58 still, 80%
Like
chance of rain. Then Sunday will actually be nice and sunny, but high of only 37, which
That is
normally
nice.
that's pretty good, nice February day, 37 and sunny. And then same thing on Monday, 40 with sunny with a high of about 40. So
We've been spoiled, though.
the weather's changeable.
Yep.
Check out the FingerLakes1.com Weather Center for the latest.
Great. Okay, well, thank you. Now we know what to expect. I have a wedding I'm doing makeup for, so hopefully it stays nice and sunny and dry for them on Saturday.
Is it an
February
outdoor
wedding's risky.
That's
I don't
really
think it's,
risky.
No, I don't think it's outdoor, but I'm sure they'll be
Okay.
taking pictures
Sure.
outdoor.
I like it, though.
Watkins Glen, it's going to be beautiful, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because this time of year, there's not that much going on, as Jessamy found out when he was looking for events to highlight today. So why not, you know, have
that out there.
Have your anniversary will always be in February.
Right.
And so it's something to look for. My birthday was in February, so I have
Happy
every
belated
year.
birthday.
Yes,
Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right.
But every year, especially when I was in school, we had President's Week off, and it was my birthday, so that was always something to look for. But
cool.
now that I'm getting older, it's a tough time of year.
You don't have President's Week off.
No, I don't
Even
have
as
it.
the president of the company.
Yeah, that's
Sad.
true. That's true.
We celebrate.
Still working.
Kinda.
Did you enjoy your birthday?
I had a great birthday.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
There's something about, and actually I want to talk about this before we get too far into it, but how do you guys handle Facebook birthdays? Because it's like a whole thing.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's hard to respond to everyone.
I like everyone that I get.
Yeah,
right.
That's
you can't
the
comment
most
on
I can do.
everyone.
that's
Yeah.
what I do. If someone goes out of the box and says something, then I might comment
Right.
on it, which a lot of people do. But
Right.
I feel guilty because I gave up on wishing the Facebook birthdays because it's just too much. It's every day. Somebody's got a birthday.
It is
Sometimes
every day.
See,
I'm pretty
I do
selective
it. I
with that.
try to do
You-
it here and there, but
In responding, I always respond. I always comment back to all of them.
You
But
do?
usually it's like very few people will get a special response, and most
Right.
people will just get a copy paste thanks.
thank you.
Wow.
Thanks.
Exclamation point thanks.
Yeah.
That's and then maybe sub in an emoji from here or there.
Well, that's
You don't
so
have to get-
kind of you.
Yeah,
Use
well-
that extra mile.
Yeah.
It's a
If
lot.
somebody's, it's a lot of. You
Hundreds.
just said it's a lot of work to actually wish someone a happy birthday on Facebook,
No.
despite the fact it is, because if you think about, if you have 500 friends on Facebook, which most people have north of in the 400 to
least.
600 range, if you're wishing people happy birthday, you've either made a conscious choice that person is worth it,
Right.
or you're a slave to Facebook birthdays.
Right. See, I don't always look either. Unless
Yeah.
it pops up, then I'll comment.
Yeah.
I'm not
But if
on.
it doesn't pop up, if I don't see it,
Nowadays, I don't use my personal Facebook account as much as I used to.
yeah.
A lot of times I have to use Facebook for work,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not. I'm not logging in looking at my personal stream on Facebook every day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. I do feel guilty when I don't wish anybody happy birthday all year long, and then when it's my birthday, everybody's like happy birthday.
Well,
But they probably don't even
They don't
notice
remember.
because
Yeah,
it's-
they don't notice. No.
they get so many. That's
Right.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
I know.
So it's kind of I just think it's a weird little thing that's kind of made its way into the culture of
Agreed.
America, of people now, the Facebook birthday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's worked well for Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wished you a happy birthday on Facebook.
Dang, and I liked it.
I don't think I did. I don't think I did do.
Oh.
If you did, I liked it. But again, I don't
I
remember.
did it via AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah,
which
I
is
did.
Old school. Like
Oh
I did
my
that as well.
gosh, that's
Yeah.
so old school. I can still see
Yep.
the icon and
Got a free
Mine's
coffee
funny.
on the Dunkin' Donuts app.
Oh, really?
Yep, for their birthday. So,
Yeah, you can go and eat all day for free on your birthday some places.
there's some place up north that you can get as many chicken wings as your age. So
It's in Wayne
right.
County.
Stop.
It's right in Sodas.
Yeah,
It's in
what's the name of
Sodas.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
Captain
it's called
Jack's?
Captain Jack's. That's exactly where it
No
is.
way.
Yep.
I love chicken.
So you could have
wings.
had a crap load of wings.
65 wings.
Yeah,
Stop.
45 wings.
Wow.
Could you eat 45 wings? There's the question.
I don't know.
Sure.
If they were good and small, but
There's
that's
no
a
way.
lot. You know, and I always,
There's no way.
another tangent, people always make fun of me when I eat my wings because I leave a lot of meat on the bone because I like the skin and the sauce.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't pick it clean because usually you get a dozen. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could eat 45 and then people would dispute it.
Yeah.
There
would-
you go.
yeah,
They'd
they
be
would
like,
say
"You
you
didn't
didn't
eat it
eat
There'd
all."
probably be another 20 there on the plate, really.
Right. So anyways, we
funny.
should probably return to the format of the show.
Well, Josh, you have a news story for us this week, so
Yeah, okay, so it starts out with a question. What do you, each one of you, what do you think the processing time is for a DWI, like the lab testing? So you get breathalyzed, gets sent away to the lab, and all that stuff has to happen before you get to go to court. How many days do you think pass before it's processed?
Ideally, I would say it should be about a 3 to 4 day process, but I bet it's probably like a 8-month process because it's government related.
I
Okay,
was
so
gonna say
there's,
a week.
okay.
I know the answer already, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to. But I did
Oh.
initially say it should take about a week.
Okay, so
my recommended time it should take.
Governor Cuomo announced an $8 million investment via grants to speed the process up because apparently that's been an issue. There are tons that are in backlog and thousands, according to the governor's office. And 2 years ago, the average length of time for processing a DWI or DWAI lab kit was sitting at 87 days. What? Just 3 days shy. 3 days shy of the 90-day barrier. So it has to be processed within 90 days in order to fall into the speedy trial clause that our lovely country allows.
Sure.
Wow.
It's now, after 2 years of work, into the low 60s. It's around 63 or 64 days
2 months.
on average.
2 months.
But this investment is going to apparently allow for more equipment, more lab technicians, more everything to process them more quickly. I guess the interesting thing from the news side of it was we always see these stories from local law enforcement, state, county, the whole nine about DWI crackdown.
Right.
They're going out seeking more DWI cases, but they aren't prepared for them.
That's strange.
It's really strange. It's just bizarre.
Interesting.
Welcome to governmental, what's the word I'm looking for? Red tape, bureaucracy.
Sure.
Yeah. It's just and they say it won't cost taxpayers anything. It's grants that are covering it. But,
unless you're the taxpayer that gets caught with a DWI, then it's going to cost you.
Right, then it will cost you. But hey, at least it'll take 60 days at least before it will cost you.
Wow.
And with something like that, though, I would want to get it over with.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
And I'm sure the law enforcement agencies look at it the same way. They probably want to get it over with as quickly as humanly possible.
Well, especially if they're cracking down. They've got them coming in more and more and more every day.
Yeah.
And it's a source of revenue.
Right, it's a source of revenue. And the other thing, too, is, think about how many cases may have been reduced or been thrown out
just because of
because of how long it took. Mm-hmm. So, it's one of those, interesting thing. It'll be an interesting thing to watch over the next month or
the best way to cure that problem, to eliminate that backlog, is if you're drinking, don't drive, and if you're driving, don't drink.
There it is.
That's right.
There's the PSA.
The more you know.
That's right.
It's pretty simple.
Call a taxi, and that's why we need Uber.
It's pretty simple. Yep.
There we go.
Wow.
I also saw a story about a woman who left her car overnight at a restaurant.
I saw that.
And then when she went back to get her car, there was a note from the restaurant saying, "Thank you for being responsible and not driving. Here's a free something."
It was in Canada.
Yes.
Well, that explains it. That explains it.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
People are just kinder up there.
Take off to the Great White North.
We have some pretty strict laws when it comes to that. So, yeah. Well,
all right. So what else have we got going on? Do we have some nice photos or maybe some events happening?
I want to know what's going on this weekend.
Speaking of drinking and driving.
Yes.
Something you should never do, ever.
Well, this is a great time to take to the Cuba Lake Wine Trail because they're having their Mardi Gras weekend.
That's right. That's a big one.
All 16 wineries on the Cuba Lake Wine Trail participating.
So fun.
So you travel winery to winery to sample their Mardi Gras-inspired dish and sip their fine wines. You also take home a recipe card featuring that dish that you've had. You'll get beads, and I assume there's no exchange, whatever.
Let's hope not.
Please, let's hope not. And a chance to win a prize at each winery. You get a taste for Bourbon Street, but with wine. That's what it says here. So you collect beads as you travel. You sample their food. You have their wines. It's $35 for a ticket, single ticket. And that's Saturday and Sunday, both from 10 to 5 p.m. And again, all 16 wineries are participating. You get a souvenir wine glass, food and wine pairing, 3 additional wine tastings per winery, beads, as we talked about, and a chance to win a prize.
A lot of people, when they do the wine, first of all, that's a big one. That Mardi Gras is a good one. And I think that because of the time of year it is, that's it's something fun to do.
And I think tickets might be very limited at this point. So.
I may be gone.
Sure.
Might be gone.
Yep.
Possibly.
But when people go wine trails, you always think you're going to go. Nobody can hit 16 wineries. 3 to 4 max.
Is it a 2-day thing?
You can't. It's over 2 days, and you can visit each winery once throughout the weekend. So you could do probably 8 to 10 if you were on it.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, you have
that
to
would take some dedication.
But again,
in and out.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah. No. Get a
No, that's when
driver.
you get a limo.
Yeah.
You get a limo.
But that's a big event and a good event. There's nothing happening at Del Lago this weekend as far as the Vine. There's nobody there this weekend.
No, except a bunch of gamblers, though, you guarantee it'll be packed. A lot of people winning jackpots out there lately that I keep hearing about.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good for them.
No music or comedy acts, though, this weekend out there. There is, however, one more thing at the Smith Opera House. If it's the Fall in Love with the Smith film series, they're showing Casablanca out there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Ooh.
No,
I'm gonna go
I
each
lied.
day.
Friday and Saturday. Friday, they're not showing it Sunday. They're showing it Friday and Saturday, but twice on Saturday, 3 and 7:30. And they're serving beer and wine at the Saturday night show. So if you want to go watch the classic film Casablanca with its final scene at the airport and all that, Smith Opera House is a good way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And beer and wine on Saturday.
On Saturday night, 7:30. Yep.
So if you want a glass of wine, get a little vino.
$7 for adults and $6 for seniors and students.
All right.
That's that.
Awesome.
I like it.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at our local photos from this past
good ones.
week. Yeah. With the warmer weather, our photographers have been out.
Mm-hmm.
A big
Full
shout out
force.
to everybody who's been, in force is one way to
we have
put it,
quite a
because
few.
it's been insane.
Yeah.
Every day it's like a half dozen, it seems like, come in.
Yeah,
It's
we're
crazy.
only showing some of our picks, which, no offense to if you didn't get picked, we pick them for a lot of different reasons. But and we also got some more in today that didn't make the show. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. And remember to look for your favorite, everyone.
I like this one a lot.
All right. This Junko was hoping to get a sunflower seed or two at her feeder in South Bristol on Thursday morning, but all it caught was a snowflake in this photo by Nancy Jacobs.
It's a great one. It's a Junko.
So cute.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Beautiful.
Nice winter puffed up coat there.
I know.
And it looks to be a little blurred underneath, which normally you would want a sharper, but it really makes this one look mystical.
It does.
It's a great photo.
It's beautiful. All right, Rachel Burkholder was enjoying the brilliant colors of the sunset over Seneca Lake on Thursday as the sound of geese filled the evening air.
The sunset really tickles Josh. He loves it. You can hear the breath.
Well, you're going to like a lot of these photos.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
I know.
lot. There's a lot. All right. The first photo taken by Carrie Smalzer at the scene of a propane truck rollover in Ovid. The sun setting against the Ovid fire truck was a sight to see Friday night.
Sure.
Way to find beauty in a
Yeah, nice
tragic
choice to include the sunset in there.
Her
Carrie.
pictures, she
My
takes
old
some
friend,
amazing photos for the fire department. She is a
Oh.
she is a fireman, so that's why she is that. And
Oh, I see. Okay. Well,
some crazy good pictures.
That's beautiful. All right, the winter sunset sure was spectacular on Friday night, as seen in Clifton Springs through the lens of Shelley Lannon.
Nice work, Shelley.
Nice color.
Yep.
Nice
Shelley's
color.
always bringing her
Beautiful.
A game.
Such a gorgeous sky. Speaking of, the sky was just turning light and colorful at daybreak on Saturday morning at the Geneva Lakefront shortly before 7 a.m. in this photo by Rachel Burkholder.
Now, Rachel up early.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
I think
Before 7 a.m.
I think that she actually said to herself, I'm going to get up early tomorrow and go take a picture of the sunset. She's committed to, she plans, I know she plans outings and trips just around the chance to take photography, so
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep. Beautiful.
And I'm glad she did, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the lights are still on.
I know. That's neat. All right. These two horses were sharing breakfast on Sunday morning at Cracker Box Animal Farm Haven near
adorable.
Sodus Bay in Alton in this shot by Chris Trine.
Chris Trine in the house.
Love
Oh,
that Chris
I
Trine.
love horses.
Look at those guys.
They're sharing breakfast.
That's a great picture.
Look at the sun against the back of the legs of that one horse.
I heard there's a farm in Sodus Bay where you get as many bales of hay as your age to eat. on
If you're a
birthday.
horse?
Yeah, if you're a horse.
A lot of that going on around, huh? Chicken wings, bales of hay. All
That's a lot
right.
of hay.
Also from Chris Trine, two Canadian geese were keeping each other company as the sun rises behind them on Sodus Bay on Sunday morning.
from
Another
animal buddies.
adorable photo.
Chris Trine and his animal buddies.
I know.
That's
That
one
is so cute.
could potentially be used for an internet meme.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Like the one will be talking about Hillary or Trump or something
Yep.
or something
Yep.
like that. But
I like
it's
that.
pretty cool.
So cute.
MR Ducks.
Yep, adorable.
Yes, they are.
All right. Sunrise bursts with color on Tuesday morning in the eastern sky over Yates County in this photo by Nancy L. Wright.
She
the
never
sunset
goes
pictures.
wrong
Yeah.
with her
Gorgeous
photos.
sunrise, sunsets. All right, this
She always
photo
goes
was
right.
taken by Diane Dersh on Monday at Cayuga Lake State Park boat launch. The gulls were enjoying the warmer weather as the ice was breaking on the lake.
Diane, where you been, girl, with your photos? We haven't seen them in a while. Glad to have you back in the rotation.
We've missed you, Diane.
That's a good
Beautiful. I love that. All right, here's another great shot from Rachel Burkholder. The last sunset colors are reflected in the sky and in the marshy land along Marsh Road in Romulus on Monday evening after a beautiful spring-like day during our February thaw.
At first, when you first see that, it doesn't strike you right away, but if you look at it longer, you realize that it's just a great photo. The sunset way in the far right, and the tree that's kind of sticking up there in the right-hand side, and then all the detail in the swamplands in the foreground. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Will it be my vote for favorite? Just wait.
Just wait and see. All right, finally from Lisa Dupre, another breathtaking sunrise, this time on Tuesday morning in Waterloo.
It'll be yesterday morning sunrise.
Intense.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Everything. I don't know. This is a tough week. I don't know.
Well, let's vote.
Okay. So we had the Junco. That was definitely one of my tops.
I'm voting for that tiny Junco right away.
Really?
Yeah, I like that one.
I am voting for the Lakefront Bridge. Too many sunset pictures this week for me to choose my absolute
you can't
favorite.
Choose the sunset.
Oversaturated,
So I'm going with the morning picture because that's different. We usually don't see many of those morning in between shots.
I think I'm going with the ducks. The
Wow.
geese.
The geese.
Wow, so I have to break the tie this week, huh?
Or
I don't know. The Junco is definitely.
Or, just make it a total tie.
No, you got to choose one. And so while all those photos are great, and as I came in and I see them, I'm like, that might be photo of the week. That might be photo of the week.
Yes.
But with all the great weather and sunrises and photos of that nature, I got to go with the Junco.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a real good one. It's a real good one. So let's, boom.
Yep.
It is. That was close.
Who took it? Who took that one again?
That was by Nancy Jacobs.
Yes. Good job, Nancy Jacobs. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
You have the photo of the week.
Thanks to our graphics department.
There will be no monetary reward, but when you lay your head on the pillow at night, you'll know that you're the top photographer of the week.
You were chosen.
You were chosen. Oh, well, thank you, everyone, for sending us your photos. If you'd like to send your local photos from across the region, click the button at the Submit Content section at the bottom right-hand side of our homepage. Do we have a few minutes? We do. So let's talk sports, Jim.
So high school basketball sectionals underway starting last night in full force, and it's really exciting if you're a fan of high school basketball because you have March Madness in March for college basketball that everybody knows about. But right now there was 56 teams in action last night, and there's going to be I think 40-something in action tonight in the two opening rounds.
It's wild.
And all across the region, and it's really one of the biggest basketball tournaments, you'll find it's bigger than March Madness. A lot of different classes. So it's fun. You get all the scores coming in. And we were in Sodus last night, Sodus High School for Red Creek Sodus. It was a great game. We interviewed senior point guard Danny Johnson after the game. He did a great job. And now they move on. A lot of Wayne Finger Lakes teams did really well. Our full reports on the front page of Finger Lakes One, and every night we have our sectional report. And the other thing that's cool is with all the social media going on, and everybody having phones now, that we have highlights from almost all the games.
Yeah.
Or not all the games, but a lot of highlights of some of the great finishes last night. You can watch the video of it because someone put it on Twitter or sent it to us, or we were there.
Oh, that's cool. Yep.
So it's fun. So high school basketball sectionals and they'll continue through the weekend. Friday night we're going to be in Newark for Mid Lakes Newark. They're Finger Lakes East opponents, but they're playing in the postseason in Class B. One will go on, the other one will go home. Other thing that's exciting about it is all these seniors, that's it. When they lose, their career's over.
I know.
Sometimes they cry.
Yeah, it's totally bittersweet.
So good stuff there. And then Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, Minders Girls in action at Arthur L. Baker in Seneca Falls. That'll be Dave Barnick and Matt Verke on the call there. So, and then next week we'll announce our schedule is over the weekend, what we're going to do next week. So also a great weekend locally for Hobart is hosting Cornell in lacrosse on Saturday at Boswell Field. And it might be raining, but it's going to be warm. And it's always fun when you can, go to Boswell Field in Geneva and see Cornell and Hobart play Division I lacrosse. So that's a good option. Syracuse is at Louisville Sunday at 2 o'clock this weekend on CBS. That's on CBS. They play Duke tonight, so hopefully they win that. And then they got to go at Louisville. Be really tough, but could be a notch in their belt for their tournament resume. Syracuse lacrosse team hosting Army in the Dome on Saturday at noon. Time Warner Cable Sports for that one if you want to watch it on TV. And then Cornell Hockey is home. I think this might be their last couple of home games. At Liner Rink, Friday night against RPI, Saturday against Union, 7 p.m. The puck drops for both of those. We'll have all the scores and sporting news throughout the weekend, including sectional high school basketball at FingerLakes1.com. Click on sports.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Great.
What do we have here? We got 3 minutes.
Wow.
Now, you took over for Harold Weber this past week.
I didn't move into his house and start, but I guest hosted his show.
Yes, that's what I meant. So you had Mr. Jim Spina on.
Yeah, he's the Seneca Falls Park and Recs director, and I thought, what am I going to talk to Jim Spina about? We can talk about Syracuse sports, or he's a Clemson fan, and all that stuff. But I said, I want to talk to him about youth sports because. First of all, Minders girls and boys, just taking Seneca Falls as an example because Jim was the park director for Seneca Falls. The Minders girls and boys in sectionals basketball are 1 seed in their class, each one of them. And, they'd all started back in the rec. All those kids played in the rec program.
Right.
And so Seneca Falls really has a great rec program. Lots of volunteers, great coaches. And so... that's why, now both those teams do well. So that's awesome. As my daughter's now involved in those programs as an 11-year-old. But the other side of it is that we were at a game in Pelmac for my daughter's 5th and 6th grade girls basketball team, and the parents are just too into it. The girls start crying when they make a mistake, and it's just the game was close. It went to double overtime, and but the parents just can't control themselves. They're yelling at the refs, and I was at a game last week, and the parents are yelling at one of the refs, and I knew who the ref was. It was Tom Marino, who referees Section 5 girls championship games, high school.
Oh boy!
And here he is doing a 5th and 6th grade girl. And he's got to listen to parents who don't know what they're talking about.
No.
So that's a bad side. And Jim and I talked a little bit about that too. So that is online on FingerLakes1.tv. It's a good conversation. We really get into it about after the break, halfway through, and Jim and his team do a great job. And it was a good episode. So I figured we'd talk about it.
Yeah, good.
Give people a heads up.
Yes, go check out the show.
Yep.
Great. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this edition of FLX Weekly. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, please give us a thumbs up, click like, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss anything in the future. We'll be back live next Wednesday afternoon at 12:30. Until then, enjoy the warm weather while it lasts and have a great weekend.
Good job, gang.